G'day, this is Jim with Urban Self-Sufficiency and welcome to the third video in my soft plastic lure making series. In this video I'm going to show you how to actually cast the lures using the soft plastic and the mold that we made in the previous videos. Of course, if you haven't seen those videos, the links for them will be in the description below. We actually get to see me design the lure using a polymer clay and then casting these molds using silicone. I do have a whole bunch of these types of molds, as you can see here. Of course, you can also buy pre-made molds, which I'll put some Amazon links in the description below as well. The raw material of the soft plastics is this milky white substance. It's called Plastisol. It actually comes in a variety of different hardnesses. I've got super soft and medium here, but you can get it in a hard solution as well. With the softer material, you're going to get a lot more movement in the water for the lure, so it's going to provide a pretty good action, but it's not going to be as durable as the harder solutions. Now, without any colours or dyes, the Plastisol is going to produce a sort of translucent milky coloured lure. So in order to get some different colours and variety, I've got some liquid colorants here. We've got motor oil colour, a nice green and a dark purple. In addition to that, you can get some powdered dyes as well. I don't tend to use these as much because they're a little bit harder to get a good consistency in the solution. In addition to colouring the lures, you can add a whole range of different glitters and sparkly type material, just to add a little variety to the colouring. And my personal favourite is adding phosphorescent powder so that these will glow at night and at deeper depths. And lastly, you can choose from a wide variety of different scents to actually add to the lure themselves as well. I use aniseed because I find that it lasts a long time and I think it works pretty well. Moving from materials to tools, I recommend this US made Pyrex jug because it can withstand really high temperatures in excess of 300 degrees Celsius. I use a butter knife for stirring, and you're also going to need some sturdy gloves that you can handle this with so that you don't get burnt when it's at that scorching temperature. Also, I mentioned this stuff's pretty toxic, so you're going to need a proper mask. In one of my previous videos I was a little neglectful in this area, and it is my full recommendation to use a proper respirator that can safely protect you from toxic gases. In addition to that, you're going to need a dedicated microwave. I do not recommend using your own microwave that you cook and heat your meals in because this stuff is pretty toxic, so buying a cheap $20 to $50 microwave is going to do the job for you. Okay, the first step is to give the Plastisol a really good shake. Now I'm going to pour out around about 100 ml of this stuff and pop it into the microwave for about a minute, remembering to put on my respirator. After the first minute, I give it a good stir before returning it to the microwave. I'll put it in for between 15 to 30 seconds as I go, and I just keep stirring it in between each time, and I'm looking for a really runny consistency. Once you've achieved that runny consistency, you can play around with some colours. Now, I usually start off with around about 10 drops per 100 ml, just to give me a starting point, and then of course adding in glitters and other things like that. There really is no set recipe, it's just a matter of trial and error and just having a go until you find a colour you're satisfied with. And at that point you can then pour it into the mould. I start at the body end of the lure and then work my way slowly into the tail. Now I'm going to make a green coloured batch, but I'm actually going to use some aniseed scent in this one as well. So along with the 10 drops or so of colour for the 100 ml, I'm actually going to put around 10 drops or so of the aniseed, which I think makes the smell quite pungent without being too overpowering. Don't worry if you over pour. Once it's cooled after about 5 minutes, it's easy enough just to cut that excess off once you've removed the lure from the mould. Once you've given these sufficient time to cool, you can see they're actually pretty easy to pull out of these silicone moulds. Hopefully I've shown you in this video series just how easy this is and gives you the confidence to actually give it a go yourself. If it's your first time here, thanks very much for watching, and consider subscribing for more videos and video series like this one. And for my returning subscribers, thanks very much for your continued support, I really appreciate it. If I could ask everyone kindly to share my videos as much as possible, it's the best way to actually help my channel grow, and it will help ensure that I can keep making videos like this and others in the future. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and until next time, take it easy.